Hi and welcome back in the deepest deeps of a sinister castle ruin in my new upcoming game Raidborn, which is a first-person sandbox action RPG with the main focus being the exploration, uniquely random generated places, and the very cool physics-based combat system. And that physics-based combat system, we will make some first steps with in this video. A little bit clunky, a little bit buggy, but still. But let's start at the very beginning. What we will take a look at first are some new animations I created, which is a walking backwards animation and the walking sidewards animation, because I implemented a system which we will also take a look at, that the AI is capable of roaming around the player. This is required because I also introduced something so that the player only can get attacked by a certain number of AIs, so that you don't have that mass fights where you have to fight against like 10 different enemies, which is kind of impossible, is not fun to play, and overall is clunky and considered as bad game design, so I implemented that feature. And all the kind of stuff I just talked about you will see in the clip here. Yeah, enjoy watching and see you afterwards. Okay, so that was so far for that stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Of course, it needs some fine-tuning here and there, but in general I really like that, and it also adds quite a lot of atmosphere to the combat. And especially if I make it so that, let's say, about 2 enemies attack the player and the rest is roaming around, looks pretty cool, and gives them a little bit more character, the AI I mean. Okay, the next thing we'll take a look at is the physical impact. I really wanted to do for quite a while, and I thought that it is not possible, but it ultimately is possible and was not as difficult as I thought. although it's very very basic at the moment, the system is here so that an AI or a character can receive a physical input, which you see, but it looks very weird. It's not set up to look good, so it's just the system is here, and that is what I created. What you see here in the background, I'm coding that, all that kind of stuff. And I also made it so that the force the character receives is actually dependent from where you're attacking from. So if I'm attacking from behind, the force goes forward, and if I'm attacking from the left, the force goes right. And that is going to look pretty cool, I'm very sure, but at the moment, as mentioned, it is not final and looks a little bit clunky. But enjoy watching still, and of course tell me what you think about it. Okay, so that was it about the physical impact, and now you maybe know what I mean with very cool physics-based combat system. I mean, still it's very basic as mentioned, but you can get a very rough idea where I want to go to. And yeah, that, by the way, this also means, because I threw all the old physics stuff away, that also means I have to recreate the kicking, which I already had there, but it then will also look much better, I hope. Okay, so the last thing is something which is not so nice, okay? And that is, I just want to show you something which is very annoying when you're developing a game, which very often appears. And that is, I did not change anything. Started up the scene, I showed you, I think in the last or some of the previous devlogs. This test castle scene, and I opened it up, I walked around, and it was completely laggy, and I had no idea why. Then I disabled the lights, which you will see in the footage, and it worked just fine. So it has to do something with the lighting, and overall I'm a little bit confused by the whole lighting system. I have to figure it out, but I'm sure I can get it better, because I already found the issue. But that's something which really stresses me, and which it feels horrible. You don't want to really experience that. I mean, you build that and you think, oh, everything's so nice, looking cool, everything works so fine, and you load it up and it's like, fuck you, 0 FPS. Why? I mean, that is horrible. But whatsoever, yeah, and enjoy kind of, if you can, that clip here. And yeah. Okay, so that's it for today's video. We added some cool stuff, not as much in the last devlogs, but still quite a lot of cool stuff. As always, tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about the physical impact stuff, although it's hard to criticize that yet, because it's not final or not near final, or just very basic system here. And yeah, also tell me what you think about that mechanic that you can only be attacked by a certain number of NPCs, and you cannot be attacked by just everyone, and it gets total chaos. Tell me what you think about it. Do you like the chaos maybe even? And also, as always, tell me what you think about the videos and what I maybe could improve. And last but not least, stay cool and have a wonderful day, and hopefully see you in the next Devlog video.